I have come to the conclusion that fursuiter handlers are underappreciated. And I will tell you why. Plus, what I think the most important thing is that a handler can do. What? No, I'm in here in the studio. I am making a video. Ah, well, I will handle that later. Oh, hello. I'm Fenric the Furgotten Wolf, and I'm going to tell you what I think about fursuiter handlers. But before we get into that, hello, I'm Fenric the Furgotten Wolf. I'm a brand new furry and a new YouTuber. You know, some people are making the obvious joke that since my channel is now growing a little bit, I shouldn't call myself Furgotten Wolf anymore, and I should be Remembered Wolf. And on that note, I have something to say, which is just thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed and liked and clicked and watched and commented. Barely 2 months ago, I was thanking everybody for getting me to 100 subscribers right before my birthday. Well, I reached 1,000 subscribers right before Furlandia. Thank you so much. I think we are over 1,200 now. So hello, all my new subscribers. I am so happy you are here. All right. Okay. Do you want to know what I have to say about the importance of handlers? Well, of course you do. Why else would you be here? So let's just dive right in, shall we? Now, I will say up front that you might be able to get along just fine without a handler. It really depends how comfortable you are in your fursuit, how comfortable you are in the space, and honestly, what the visibility of your fursuit is. I've said before that this one has a pretty good visibility, but the only place I can actually see out of this thing are these two little black spots right here. But if I was wearing a different head, say this one, then my visibility is much different because these entire eyes I can see through. So not only can I see in front of me and below me, I can see peripherally as well. But if I was wearing a head like this, well, now I literally can't see a damn thing. Because the only place I can see, again, is these tiny, tiny little black spots right here. So yeah, I can't see anything out of this at all. I would not go walking around in this head. Rough. All right, so I am going to count down the 4 things that I think a really good handler should do. Now, I have limited experience with this. I have been to 1 furry convention and I have worked with 1 handler. But I am just going to go for it anyway here. All right. Number 4. Your handler should keep you from running into things. I mean, at the very least, this is what a fursuit handler should be doing. Keeping you from running into things and keeping people from running into you, especially with a head like this where I can't see below me. So shorter people come up to me, I can't see them at all unless they're like way far away from me. So yes, that is something your handler should do. Keep an eye out and make sure you... my handler at Furlandia kept me from like running into like a pole in the... that was like in the middle of the walkway there. I mean, I would have just slammed right into it. In fact, I made a joke about this very thing in my first ever YouTube video. Okay, so here it is. 187 furries walk into a bar. Because like it was a fursuit parade, you know, and they were like walking and you know, you really don't have any peripheral vision in these things. And so the bar was kind of like over here and the furries were walking and they just slam just right into the bar. And I mean, ambulances were called and somebody had their suit cut open. It was all very bad. So don't do that. Like get a handler. All right, number 3. The next thing that a handler should really do is know what the layout of the space is, and most importantly, where the headless lounge is. My handler was instrumental in kind of like steering me to the headless lounge. My handler knew exactly where it was at Furlandia, and I only had sort of like a vague idea of the layout because I had never been there before. But he knew exactly where it was and was able to steer me into the headless lounge when I needed to be there. Fortunately, I almost accidentally ended up in the bathroom because it was right next to the headless lounge. But he was like, "Yeah, that's the bathroom," and no, it was good. It was good. All right, all right. We got two more. We are getting close to what I think is the most important thing that a handler should do. But number two. But number two. The handler should make sure you stay hydrated. My handler was so good at this. He was always like bringing me water and helping me get water and stay hydrated. And that is so important when you are wearing this thing. Because, oh, my furry friends, does it get really hot in here. Staying hydrated is so important because, like I said in the joke video that you just saw, like, if you get dehydrated to the point where you pass out and paramedics have to be called, guess what? They are not going to unzip your suit. They are going to cut that shit right open. And, there goes your $5,000 fursuit. So yes, stay hydrated. Safety is so important. All right, my furry friends, that brings us to number one. What this old wolf thinks that the most important thing that a fursuiter handler can do is. Are you ready for this? Just being in touch with how your fursuiter is doing. I do not actually know how handlers do this. I know if we sort of flip the context on this to sort of Disney park character handlers, they have like secret hand signals and stuff that they do to indicate to their handler, hey, I'm having a problem, or hey, I'm overheating, I need to go off stage, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. I mean, that's, definitely one thing you can do. Like, I don't really know how my handler was doing it, but he always seemed to know exactly how I was doing and what I needed before I knew that I needed it. He'd be bringing me water before I even had to ask for it, and then I'm going, oh my God, you're totally right. I'm starting to dehydrate. Thank you. That is what I think the most important thing a handler can do. And I have to tell you, my furry friends, I think handlers are very underappreciated in this community. They fulfill such an important function, and like I actually feel really bad that I didn't do more for my handler. So like if you are a fursuiter and you have a handler, please give them all the love they deserve. Cause boy, the whole convention for me was so much better having him there. That being said, I did walk around just by myself a little bit. And boy, you start to notice the difference when you don't have somebody that's kind of looking out for you. And I actually had some weird things that sort of happened, but I won't go into those in this video. Anyway, my furry friends, so this has been the importance of having a handler. I hope you guys got something out of this. Stay wolfy, my furry friends. Blah, blah, blah. Whoa, getting hot in here. But that being said, I cannot under something or other. I cannot underwear. I don't know. I don't fucking know. But if I was wearing a different head, number 4. Blah, 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 blah. He knew exactly where it was. Blah, 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 whiz. He knew exactly where it was. He's the whiz. He's the Wizard of Oz. What? I am just an old wolf, everybody. I am just an old wolf.